Congresswoman, one of the reasons we're doing this podcast is because it is widely predicted that by the year 2050, 2/3 of the world will live in cities. And so what struck me about your gun legislation was that's particularly relevant to cities. And these two gentlemen are experts at the mystery and mastery of leading cities. So my question is, how much of that matters to Congress? Do cities matter? And you're someone who comes out of Camden, right near Philly. So do cities matter, because that is our future?
They matter. Cities matter to my colleagues on my side of the aisle. And as evidenced by the things that the other side of the aisle, while in this slim majority, have gone about cutting, I can't say the same thing for them. But I know that there is, in this country, the richest country, and probably one of the most educated in the world, we've got 3 or 4 guns per person. And I know that the mayors know that it isn't all of the assault weapons that are creating the problems in our cities. It's just having access to guns, any kind of gun, in the hands of the wrong people. And so we owe it to this country, I owe it to my granddaughter, that we get a handle on who has guns, who's getting guns, who's got ammunition, how much ammunition do you have? Are you on some red letter, a red list, some list, whatever you call it, that you shouldn't have a gun? Are you, do you have
the red flag?
Yeah, the red flag. Are you been engaged in any kind of domestic violence? I mean, shootings have resulted in more deaths in our communities of innocent people. It's like what leading cause of death, and kids. Not only are the kids who see the shootings, who actually experience the shootings, but just know that it happens in their cities, in their towns, as they're going to school in the morning or whatever. It traumatizes them. It impacts their mental health. It impacts their ability to learn and to feel free. And it impacts their value system on the value of life, because they're not sure how long they'll have life.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
And we can and must do much better. We just must do much better.
Larry, I never forget a mayor. I was at a conference once, and the mass shootings, of course, the sheer volume, 10 people, 20 people. It was in Nevada. I think it was 49 people or something like that. Sandy Hook, children, babies, and they rightfully, they just shock our conscience and of course capture a lot of attention. But what a mayor said in a meeting once was that, but we experience mass murder every day. It's just in slow motion. It's 2 in this city, 2 in that city, 2 in another city, and before you know it, at the end of the day, 40-some people have been killed. You'll never see that information down at the bottom of the scrolling at the bottom of the TV screen, right? And so there's different kinds and levels of violence in this country. The mass shootings, the mass murders, front and center. The one party Republicans, we're going to give you thoughts and prayers and all that, and then good Democrats like the Congresswoman here actually trying to do stuff. But people are experiencing this each and every day. Think about a 13-year-old comes home from school or playground or whatever, and his or her friend is laying in the street with a sheet over him, bullet casings, blood in the gutter. You think that's not going to impact them that night when they go to sleep? You think that's not going to impact them when they go to school the next day or go and be with their friends? And it's not just the family of the deceased. It's the whole block. It's the whole neighborhood. Everybody is traumatized by this event, and it creates an environment of literally not being safe, whether in your own home, on your steps, on your block, whatever the case may be. And that feeling does not go away. That community has been traumatized and damaged. in a very distinct way. It's not over
And Mayor,
when they take the person away.
And Mayor, if we don't do something about it, the young people that are experiencing this trauma lose heart, lose a sense of life's value, get caught up in bad stuff. If it's drugs to kind of mute their feelings, or just bad activities because they're afraid not to belong.
Right.
We can do better than that. We just have to be willing to do it.